It's time! It's time! It's JFW time! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get stuck in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW podcast, hosted by Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
I'm Dally.
Guys, welcome back. Sorry we missed you last week.
Hope you all had a great 4th.
Yeah.
Blown up shit.
Yeah. You guys know the show. We're going to go over the results of what happened this past week in wrestling. We're going to cover Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Impact. If you guys are following us on Facebook, which you should be at JFW Podcast or Just Freakin Wrestling, and you saw my video from last night, we got a gift from Phoenix Pro Wrestling, so we're going to open that up here on the show as well and kind of see some of the cool things they sent us. They do have a show actually scheduled in September, and I'll give you all the information for that later on in the episode. But before we dive into any of this stuff, I just need to remind you guys that this episode of Just Freakin Wrestling is brought to you by ballwash.com. Make sure you go to ballwash.com and pick up any of your hygiene products such as shampoos, conditioners, soaps. They now carry boxers, body wipes, and body sponges, and all that. Throw it in your cart at checkout. Use the promo code FREAKNET, FREAKNET, at checkout. Save yourself 15% on your entire order. Ballwash.com. Get that funk out of your junk.
That's one of my favorite promos, I think.
It's nice.
Get
it's
the
hard to
funk
not
out of
laugh.
your junk.
Yeah. I enjoyed the head to toe, hole to pole, but
That's a good one, too.
yeah. Anyways, guys, we're going to go over results and everything, and I guess we'll start with Raw, as we normally do. If you guys remember, I did go over the Raw results on a live Podbean earlier this week, so I'll just kind of shorten it and stuff to just kind of give you a rundown of everything, because I fucking went dally on this and just too many fucking notes.
My notes are not that bad today.
I know, I got 3 pages of it because I care. Anyways, guys.
No comment.
Raw opened up with Drew McIntyre obviously coming out and kind of giving a quick promo on the future match coming up with Dolph Ziggler. A surprise Heath Slater actually showed up at the show. And it almost felt like kind of like a shoot thing, talking about how he got let go and Drew wasn't there for him and all that stuff, which ultimately turned into a singles match between the two after he slapped him in the face. Match lasted about 20 seconds. No big surprise. It's Heath Slater. So, that's always fun to see.
I thought that was goofy as hell.
Yeah. And I think if I read the reports right, Heath actually signed with Impact Wrestling, I believe.
Really?
Thought he did.
I know that there was rumors that he was going. I know that Rhino had made things where my tag team partner has kids, which
Yeah.
I talked to you on the live
Yeah.
Podbean when I called in.
Yeah, you called in.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting to see Heath Slater actually show up. I know there has been reports that a lot of people they let go back in April is being re-signed, especially a lot of the writers and behind the scenes guys.
They had cheaper prices.
Oh yeah, well, have a job or not have a job. I mean,
yeah.
You know, fucking Kurt Angle declined coming back, which he doesn't need to. He's retired and made enough money in his career. He doesn't have to really come back. I don't know if that means... It said like he turned down the offer and is in the market. I don't know if that really means he's looking to get back into the wrestling business, just not willing to go back to WWE for it, or what it is. But it's fucking WWE. Take the money. So.
Well, I mean, he hasn't worked for AEW yet.
He doesn't need to work for AEW.
He can be a trainer or something, I guess.
No, he can't. He can barely walk as it is.
I didn't say wrestle. He could train.
You gotta be in the ring to train. What, you gonna just stand outside?
Yeah, that's what Hugh Morris used to do.
What?
I watched
Why do you keep looking at me like that?
Oh,
You're waiting for an input that you're not going to get.
something, yeah. Just a little answer on anything. That's why when
you guys are doing a great job.
Earlier when I said hosted by and you threw your name in the end there, you kind of committed to hosting the show. Right?
No.
You are a wonderful sidekick. Sasha took on the returning Kairi Sane in a singles match this past Monday. It was kind of cool to see Kairi Sane back. She hasn't been around since she got a concussion from Nia Jax in the singles match that they had. One of the coolest things I saw Kairi Sane do in this match, I don't remember really ever seeing her do it before, was like a running blockbuster.
Yeah, did I see that? I don't know if I watched that match.
I mean, it's just, because obviously you see it a lot from like the top rope blockbusters and middle rope blockbusters, but to see it actually running blockbusters is actually pretty cool seeing. Kairi Sane did pick up the win after being disqualified by Bayley coming in and interfering in the match. Later on, we saw Aleister Black get attacked by Seth Rollins. He had the Rey Mysterio mask put on him. He was supposed to team with the returning Rey Mysterio in a tag team match later that night. But obviously, he wasn't able to be part of the match. So instead, what they did was Kevin Owens kind of stepped in and was willing to team with Rey Mysterio. Kevin Owens, I didn't know, was out because of an ankle injury. That I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I guess he hurt himself at WrestleMania. And I just thought like maybe they just won't utilize him, but I guess it was because of injury. But they did a Kevin Owens show. Seth Rollins was a guest on there. Kevin Owens stepped in, decided to be Rey's partner, and they decided, hey, whoever wins gets to decide the stipulation for the Extreme Rules match between Rey and Seth Rollins. Rey and Owens picked up the win. Rey decided to go for an eye match.
AEW much?
I guess. I guess because he said it in Spanish, it's different. I don't fucking know. MVP and Lashley debuted the new U.S. title.
I like the new look of the title. I did not like the way it was debuted. I think it's kind of shitty that they took it away from debuting it for Apollo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can understand it because MVP did beat Apollo last week, and he just making himself a self-proclaimed U.S. champion.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't like when they change titles because
he's fucking saying shit. It's awesome.
Are you gonna interrupt me? Are you gonna interrupt me? Let me talk.
I never interrupt. Go ahead. Know what you're saying.
I don't like the new IC title at all. I mean, the US title looks cool, but I just hate when they change stuff. Like, I think the old school looks should stay.
Mm-hmm. I wish they went back to the old WCW United States title look. I did like that one. I'm not a big fan of this US title. I like it a lot better than the American flag, like really like intense red, white, and blue color American flag top that they just replaced. The IC title I'm not a big fan of because it kind of reminds me of like an Lucha Underground kind of like title, like an Aztec looking thing.
I'm a big fan of the white belt. And
me too.
IC title.
Yeah.
We had talked about that before.
Oh,
I loved when Cody had it and he switched it back to that white belt.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
I'm not a big fan of the yellow strap when Warrior fucking had it.
I'm not a big fan of Warrior.
Yeah. How you feel about Warrior?
I like him.
Cool. Just wanted to participate.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander took on MVP and Lashley. Lashley and MVP picked up the win. Viking Raiders and Big Show teamed up to take on Orton, Garza, and Andrade. Orton, Garza, and Andrade picked up the win against Show and the Viking Raiders. Iconics called Ruby a loser. It turns into a fucking singles match between Ruby Riott and Billie Kay. Billie Kay did this stupid fucking finish. I have no idea what the fuck it was. It was like a single leg sit out fucking bubble bomb. I don't fucking know. But she picked up the win. No one knows where Liv Morgan's at. I'm hoping she goes back to her fucking psycho gimmick because, I mean, Harley Quinn's such a big thing, so she probably get overdoing it.
I think you don't have any like really crazy females at the moment either.
You had Nikki Cross, but she kind of got away from that.
Yeah.
You had Liv Morgan, she got away from that. Yeah, there is no dark fucking like gimmicks. Even the Kabuki Warriors kind of like had like a darker image to them, but they kind of got away from that as well.
Right.
So. Okay.
Yep.
It's fair we're talking about women. You'd want to chime in. Nothing? Okay, cool. Let's see that coffee's kicking in. Oh, God. All right. So the main event for Raw was Asuka taking on Bayley. Longest match of the night. It was about 24 minutes long. Nikki Cross did show up at Raw, sat at the announcer's table during the match. Eventually got in a conflict with Bayley that got her removed from ringside. She came back out, distracted Bayley for Asuka to pick up the win. And Kabuki Warriors challenged for the belts next Monday, so we will see the Kabuki Warriors take on Becky and Sasha for the WWE.
Who?
Bayley and Sasha?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Next Monday on Raw, so it'll be nice to see how the outcome is going into Extreme Rules that Sunday.
I'm over Sasha and Bayley.
Why? Because they're not Charlotte?
Shut up. But no, I really just don't like them. I don't like their gimmick. I don't like...
Why? Because they're heels?
I like Bayley. I don't like Sasha.
You'd rather have Hug Life back?
Yeah.
Fucking Bayley is a great heel.
I don't think she
I don't like their promos.
What do you think of heel Bayley?
I'm not a fan of Bayley whatsoever.
I don't think she's a good heel.
I don't know. She just doesn't do it for me. Like I think she's bland. She killed me with the Hug Life when her finisher was a belly to belly suplex.
The Bayley to belly?
Yeah, whatever. And what does she do now for her finisher?
Her title reign has gone on so long. It's just like pointless at this point.
I like long title reigns,
but she's like done nothing with it. Like she's had like no big matches.
That's not true. She wrestles at every pay-per-view. She's wrestled Charlotte, Alexa Bliss. I think Lacey Evans. She's wrestled some people. Who's above Bayley in WWE right now as far as wrestling?
Well, she's on SmackDown.
Yeah, she's on SmackDown, but yeah, SmackDown or Raw. NXT, yes, obviously, between Rhea Ripley.
I think Rhea should have stayed on the main roster. I think.
I like her down at NXT because NXT doesn't have that.
She'd get lost, and it's just like what's her face, Baszler. What happened to her? I haven't seen her in weeks.
I did find out though when we did ask where Ricochet went. He showed up a week later. So
yeah. I noticed that.
Ask where Shayna is. See what happens next week.
Where's Shayna?
I thought there was some kind of backstage thing with Shayna.
There is an issue with her. I don't know what it is, but it's not an injury. It's not an illness. There's something with her that she got written off. But that's the same shit with Roman Reigns. He's gone. Who gives a shit?
Wasn't that his choice?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, he was pissed at WWE because there was a suspected that The Miz had COVID and WWE didn't tell anyone. And he's like, I could really die from this because his immune system's shot because of leukemia. So I don't know if he's still away just because of how sick he can get. He wants to stay away till this is all cleared up, or if he's just really pissed. I mean, he's still in the SmackDown intro video and stuff like that. So, but it sucks Shayna's gone. But honestly, I didn't care much for Shayna. They built her up too much. They turned her into a female Brock Lesnar, and that gets fucking boring.
Then they squashed her with
by Becky.
By Becky.
Yeah, who's not fucking here anymore. Thanks, Seth. But
we're gonna put another wrestler on the shelf,
right? But other than fucking Bayley, who's above Bayley? That who should be champion? I say Natalia, yeah, but beyond that, who up and coming, other than Bayley, should be in that spot?
I think Naomi should have another title run.
Yeah, but she kind of fizzled away too.
She's still on the roster.
Yeah, I know. She did fucking karaoke on Friday. I can't wait to talk about that. But fucking and there's another thing. And nothing against some of these women wrestlers, but with all these cuts and releases they were going, how is Dana fucking Brooke still there?
Yeah, that's a good question. You get rid of Sarah Logan, but you keep Dana Brooke.
Yeah, and I'm not saying she's a bad competitor. She just never did.
She just kind of pops up out of nowhere at random times.
Yeah, she's a fucking. It's almost like she was the Cassius
Brawler.
Ohno of fucking SmackDown. Yeah, just an enhancement thing, just there to get somebody else over.
She's the female Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was it for Raw. Impact. Question about Impact. How do I fucking watch it?
I don't think you get it with Comcast.
I try to find any way to fucking watch this, and the only thing the internet says is look on
Twitch.
Yeah, but they got banned from Twitch.
Did they really?
Yeah, that whole RVD sex thing got him banned from Twitch. And I thought, like, well, maybe it's on the Fight app and everything, but it's not, like, the newest one. So I'm sitting there trying to find, like, how... Because I want to try doing these live Podbeans, you know, every night following the shows. So I want to do it for Impact Wrestling on Tuesday nights, but I can't find a way to watch it.
I don't think you would have a way to watch it because of your cable service. I have Dish Network, so I'm able to get...
It's Access TV, right?
Access TV, which also has New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I think WoW was on there too.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to watch it. I would love to watch it, but I'm stuck to like highlights on fucking YouTube, which I thought for the longest time they did YouTube. Oh no, that was NWA who did YouTube.
Right, NWA has their show strictly on YouTube.
Yeah, when they come back, man. Any input, Dally? No. Okay.
No.
Hey, let's hear Impact.
So Impact started out with Rosemary and Valkyrie versus Susie and Callie Ray. I was waiting for it. Rosemary tries bringing Su Yung back out of Susie, but it ends up not working. Susie and Callie Ray end up picking up the win. How Valkyrie is still around Impact and not made the jump with her husband to WWE is beyond me.
Who's her husband?
Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact.
Oh yeah, that's right.
John Morrison, Johnny Nitro.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Holy shit! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's weird to me because you got Scarlett and you got.
It's probably her contract length. Maybe she signed a multi-year deal, you know. And
Impact is so hard to watch now because it seems like it's.
Well, they lost a lot of people, right?
They lost
scandals
a shit ton of
and
people.
like and obviously, I mean, they're no different than when it comes to WWE, Ring of Honor, AEW, when they got affected by the COVID pandemic and like the shutdowns. If people can't make it to tapings,
I think they lost the majority of their roster to AEW and WB. And like, if I was willing to pay for Slammiversary, I would watch it just to see who's the big guy coming back, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be EC3.
Yeah, well, Slammiversary isn't that expensive, right?
I don't know. I'll look into it and see.
Yeah, we'll find out. If it isn't like outrageous, if the price is fair, then I'd look into getting it. Why the fuck not? Wrestling pay-per-view.
Yeah, we could split it.
Yeah.
Next match.
Speaking of affordable prices, guys, if you have yet to pick up any of your JFW merchandise, you can do so at tpublic.com. TEPUBLIC.com. Search JFW. Pick up some amazing merchandise. Like the shirt I'm wearing, Freakin, my second favorite F word. You got Dizzle J's, it's 33%. Dally has a shirt, she has shoes not to wear it. But we also got these amazing
not like
shirts
it matters, you can't see my shirt anyways because the mic's in my way.
I know, right? Let's see what we can get. There we go.
Really?
Let me fix that. Like to be part of the show in some aspect, whether it be visible or anyways. Any of the amazing shirts you see right here in front of our desk. We also got coffee mugs, but so many more things. We got tapestries, Waller, magnets, pins, stickers, cell phone cases, laptop cases, pillows. So many different choices to designs we have available. I know I mentioned a couple weeks ago I was going to release the Freak World Order shirt. I haven't done it yet. Don't worry, I'm going to. There's actually another shirt they're going to release as well as the Freak World Order shirt. Which is, what was it? Oh, damn it. And I created it. Oh, you say freak like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hashtag Freak Nation. So, a lot of freak shit happening, man. So, check out TeePublic again, TEEPUBLIC.com. Search JFW, pick up your merchandise, because all the sales do help out our podcast.
I believe they have masks now, too.
They do. They have both just the everyday wear mask, and they also have medical mask as well.
Can I get a JFW mask?
Yeah. You get Dizzle J Mr. 33% mask. You get an Outcast Dally mask as well. Her design could be on your face. Right? JFW Store, part of Freaknet Studios.
Freaknet
Studios.
I feel left out when you do that.
Well, you don't talk at all anyway, so it don't matter.
I don't even know how we developed that. I think I just yelled Freaknet one time and he just started saying Studios.
Yeah. You could take it. You want to see Studios?
Nope.
Try it. Go ahead.
Freaknet
Studios.
You're so quiet and looking down at your paper. Camera's right there.
That was my effort for the day.
Gotcha.
For the day.
Damn.
Oh,
God.
man.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Impact.
Okay, so we had a 4-way tag team match coming up next. The Deaners versus Reno Scum versus Triple XL versus...
Wait, who? The Deaners?
The Deaners. Deaners.
Deaners. D-E-A-N-E-R-S or D-E-E-N-E-R-S?
D-E-A.
So
And
Dean.
like
so like the
Dean.
name Dean.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Versus TJP and Falaba.
You know what I thought I heard, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I said Deaners. I know what you thought you heard.
It's 2020, you can't say that shit.
This was a pretty decent match. It went back and forth for a minute. Reno Scum and TJP and blah, blah, blah had their own issues, which spilled back into the back area. But Deaners ended up picking a win. So you gotta imagine they're probably due for a tag team title shot. I think you'd really like these guys. They're some country boys.
The Deaners?
Yeah. Falaba no longer does his no talking. So he speaks more words than just
Who?
Falaba.
Yeah, I like Falaba.
I
I
like
used to
Falaba.
watch him on that YouTube channel thing, the YouTube wrestling all the time. That fucking goofy ass, God, Super Pop Wrestling, or where the hell it was. God, that got dumb.
Bah.
Yeah. I actually talked to a couple of the wrestlers from there about trying to get them on the show to talk. Fucking blew me off.
Yeah.
Bigger than you now.
Fuckers.
We're not, though, but...
No, we are.
Nah, I wish.
Women's champion Jordan Grace took on Kimberly.
Right?
Okay.
Chuck, you okay?
Yeah.
You look tired. Go on.
Women's champion Jordan Grace took on Kimberly.
Mhm.
And her name is Kimberly. Not Kimberly, but Kimberly. Jordan Grace ended up picking up the win. Prezazzo came out afterwards. Or she didn't come out, she popped out of the thing, talking shit and saying she'll see her at Slammiversary. Next, we have X Division Championship match. Willie Mack versus Suicide, who was actually Johnny Swinger dressed up as Suicide. Swinger just couldn't get it done. He tried doing suicide moves and could not get it accomplished. Willie Mack ended up picking up the win. Again, if you've not watched Willie Mack in action, check him out. He's probably one of my favorites in Impact. Right
I did like him in Lucha.
He was awesome in
There
Lucha.
was another guy in Lucha I think he tagged with I really liked.
The sniper guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name though.
Yeah, but he's not around right now, right?
If he is, I don't think he's I think he's unmasked now.
Gotcha.
Because I think he might be either one of the private party guys.
Who was Son of Havoc? I liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty. I figured he'd end up somewhere.
He might be. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Because these guys change their names, change their looks.
Mhm.
I don't do a whole lot of investigation, do it like I used to. I guess I should.
As a wrestling podcast, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You watch Lucha Underground?
Okay. In the past, I have, but I don't know. Is it still a thing?
No.
I think they're talking about bringing it back.
They should.
They should.
I like the cinematic part of it. I thought that was pretty cool. And it was something different.
That's the thing that drew me to that, because it made me feel like I was watching wrestling as a kid again, to where I thought, Drago was part man, part dragon. They had the special effects. I thought it was really neat. I thought Rodriguez did a great job with it, and having Stryker and Vampiro do commentary I thought was on point, but I know Vampiro is not in such good health. So I don't think he'd be able to come back.
He was talking about getting back in the ring.
Yeah, that was before.
Yeah, I don't know. His match with Pentagon was pretty good.
Yeah. Pentagon. He's one of my favorites too.
Does he go by Pentagon Jr. now? Because I know he was Pentagon Dark at one point.
He's been Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Jr., Pentagon. It just depends where he's wrestling.
Gotcha.
The main event.
Huh? You okay?
Yeah.
I was checking. It's okay to speak. You're fine.
What do you mean? I've been talking.
It's 2020. You're allowed to. You don't have to be told first.
You can vote now too.
That's right. You can make a sandwich by choice.
This demonetized.
It'll be okay.
The main event was Sami Callihan versus Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander being from the North Tag Team, of course.
What? Stop!
I'm sorry, Jay. I wasn't listening to a word you said.
That's all right. I
They're
wasn't
too busy staring at me for some weird
paying
reason.
attention to what was going on until y'all started laughing.
I just saw the emotion just drain from her fucking body as you're talking. Like,
Glad my voice is so comforting.
I know, right? See what the problem is? Like 30 ounces of coffee just ain't enough.
You better get that 64 ounce.
All right. Yeah, you go to Starbucks, get Trenta. Anyways, okay, go ahead. Sammy Callahan was facing who?
That's not right, but okay.
Josh Alexander from the North. Callahan and them have had issues. Alexander's partner got involved. Mm-hmm. Ken Shamrock came down and helped, which was kind of surprising, but him and Sammy Callahan have been kind of getting on the same page. Him and Callahan put on a hell of a match not too long ago. Yeah. And Callahan ended up picking up the win, but the same thing here tonight. Callahan ended up picking up the win.
The Impact Championship is still vacant, right?
Yeah. I think that's going to be settled on Slammiversary.
Gotcha. When is Slammiversary?
Well, it's either this week or next week.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that it for Impact?
That's it for Impact.
Awesome. Guys, before we do the NXT results, I just want to remind you again that this episode is brought to you by Audible.com. If you're just like me, you're a huge fan of books, you're just not a fan of reading them yourselves, Audible.com is the best place for you to go. One-stop shop for all audio books. If you sign up by going to audibletrial.com /freaknet today, you get yourself a 30-day free trial plus credit to your first book purchase. That's right. Go to audibletrial.com /freaknet today, get your 30-day free trial plus a credit to your first audio book purchase. So I don't got to interrupt you.
I was waiting for it, too.
Now you can spend the entire time talking, which I know is new and exciting for you.
So exciting.
Please begin.
Are you really going to let me talk?
Yeah.
Are you going to interrupt me with something else?
I did the promo ahead of time.
No, but you'll find something.
No. Yeah, fuck no. You're a female in 2020. You're entitled to just as much as we are. Just a little less. Go ahead.
Okay, NXT, which was actually the second part of Great American Bash, this past Wednesday, opened up with Candice LeRae defeating Mia Yim in a street fight.
Yes, it was such a good match. There was, I think my favorite part of it was the spear from the stage to the table. Ooh. It was really fun, cool, and the ending was awesome. They really kicked each other's ass in this thing. And the one thing I like about it is because they're doing what AEW is doing and having the little the split screen between the commercial and all that. So they had actually Gargano come out to get his wife and stuff because she did a swinging net breaker from a table that was set up on the top ropes onto I don't mean to give you results and shit, but
nope, you're good. Go ahead.
Exciting. I know. It's better when somebody speaks. So there's a table perched on the top rope of the corner. I wish I knew. I owed your dad a favor. So I'm just kidding.
I'm retiring now from podcasting.
I'm just kidding. First two choices said no. So there's a table on the top corner.
Excuse me,
what?
What? What'd you say?
I'm happy you're here. You got your own shirt.
This will be my last show. Sorry, guys. It was nice to know you.
God. By the way you talk, it's probably your first show. So there's a table set up on the top rope, and she did and LeRae did a swinging neck breaker to Mia Yim off of it onto a stack of chairs. So obviously they were knocked out for a long time. Gargano came out and helped his wife, which I think was pretty cool because it gives that sense of realism and how bad they put their bodies through everything. So, and that's what's cool about if wrestling is done right, to bring realism into it.
Exactly.
So actually, there is something about the realism that wrestling brings in SmackDown, but we'll get to that when I do my results. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Bronson Reed defeated Tony Nese. Johnny Gargano defeated Isaiah Scott. And do you know, what did him defeating Isaiah Scott do for him? You know,
he
I feel like he went from this big, in this big storyline, in this big title match, and then just kind of...
I think the whole reason the match was even relevant is because they needed some bigger matches to compete with AEW. I don't think this match right here, it didn't matter who won or lost. I think Isaiah Scott should have won. I think, it was a roll up or something like that, but they still need to keep Gargano relevant as a heel because of what he did to Isaiah Scott. It kind of goes back to the Bronson Reed and Tony Nese match, it's showing dominance over other wrestlers. Now, Tony Nese faced a wrestler, I think it was last week, or it was a dark match or something like that, and he just wouldn't give up on him, and Bronson Reed kind of interfered and kind of saved the other wrestler. So it's Tony Nese and even Gargano. I think it's more like let me show you how despicable I can be. So, no, I don't think this did anything other than just put on a good show. It gave Gargano another match to wrestle with the Great American Bash being 2 different weeks. Kind of like AEW Fyter Fest.
Yeah.
But Isaiah should have won. If I was to rebook it, I would put Isaiah in like a small package.
I like Swerve. From what I've seen from him and everything else, I don't watch nearly as much as you guys do the WWE product because I try to stick with what I have to talk about.
Yeah. And
they only have so many hours in a week.
Try being unemployed. You get a lot of time.
A lot of things I want to try.
It's the worst kind of way, but yeah, no. Swerve actually. I mean, he faced Finn Balor at Takeover War Games, right? Or no, it wasn't Finn Balor. Swerve faced somebody in the opening match.
The 3-man wasn't he in the 3-man with
Are you thinking about Priest, Pete Dunne, and
I guess it was Priest.
Yeah, no, Swerve was in the opening match. I can't remember who he faced, but it was a good turn. I mean, it was a good match. He's a good wrestler. It's just he's a little stale because I don't think they have a storyline for him.
Right.
And I don't know if that's because of how wrestling is right now. Lack of fans and stuff like that. But I think Swerve's gonna be one of those guys who just gets lost in the shuffle. I don't think he's going to, he's not going to be an Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, right. Tommaso Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, anything like that. I think he's Bronson Reed, pretty much. Yeah. Tony Nese and shit like that. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, okay. I was just curious. I just wanted to get your opinion.
Yeah. I got a lot of them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. This next match sucked.
Legado del Fantasma defeated Drake Maverick and Breezango.
It was so fucking stupid.
Was it?
It just, yeah. I mean, it. I get that it was trying to tell a story between, God, what the hell's that guy's name? Santos, I think it is, but the leader of Phantasma and Drake Maverick. I had a story between the two, but it really didn't. It just gave fucking Breezango a way to kind of get some shit in, as they're getting ready for their tag team match against Imperium. But it just seemed like a filler match, and it sucked because I think they could have done a lot more. The ending was pretty cool. It showed that Drake was about to win, and then he slipped up. But other than that, it was Drake took a finisher, got pinned. It wasn't, it would have been cool if Phantasma cheated to win. I'm a huge fan of roll-up. Roll-up upsets are a really cool way to end matches.
It depends on how it goes, though.
If it's done in the right way. Yeah, about 3 of these matches could have been roll-up upset kind of matches. But yeah. I'm sorry to see your results. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah. I don't mean to be superior to you, but it's my bad. It's just a force of habit for being a man.
Okay.
Go on. You're good.
The returning Mercedes Martinez defeated Santana Garrett. I don't know if she was injured or...
I think she was. Okay. I do like both these women, though.
They're both talented.
Both very
good. I don't know if I've seen either one of them yet.
Yeah, well, Santana Garrett is a second-generation wrestler, but I don't think her dad ever made, major league wrestling. Mm-hmm. But I know he wrestled in St. Louis. I like her. I think she wrestled in Impact as Brittany, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Mercedes, she came from, is it Shimmer, I think it is, or wherever Shotzi Blackheart and them got picked up from. I think it was Shimmer.
Rise?
There we go, Rise.
She was in the Mae Young Classic, too, in the beginning when it started. I think that's how she got it.
Yes, yeah. I would actually love to see Martinez team with Mia Yim, because I think they almost got the same kind of gimmick. Kind of that hard street life kind of, gimmick. I think they'd be a great tag team to go up against. Bailey and Sasha or the Kabuki Warriors or whoever's holding the titles at any point. I think they'd be pretty cool. I think NXT needs to have women tag team titles.
Opposed to putting random tag teams together like Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox.
That's so dumb. That's okay, because Tegan's fighting for the women's title next week, so I'm really happy about that. She's going to lose, but I'm really happy about it. And
then the main event was Keith Lee and Adam Cole, and I think we all know what happened there.
Yeah, that's also dumb.
Why is it dumb?
The match was great. I just don't like
double champion.
Double champion thing. I just really.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with Cole now? That's the real question.
Cole's one of those wrestlers that could still get over without being champion.
He's like a Triple H.
My curiosity about this is, like, now that Cole isn't NXT champion, what happens with him and Cross?
True.
Because Karrion Cross...
they built up that kind of feud there.
Scarlett brought the clock out and everything, and I mean...
Maybe something happened. Who knows?
I assume that if he was to lose, it's because he's taking time away, but there's also a lot of rumor that he's not sticking around. So I don't know.
I've been telling you that the past couple weeks.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is like a beginning to him like exiting, or this is just them making sure that if he does leave, he's not a champion and shit like that. I'm just not a big fan of double champions. Like I'm fine with double champions if they're tag team, Intercontinental, tag team US, or even back in the day, European Intercontinental. Fuck, you could be the Intercontinental and US champ. But if you're a heavyweight champion, you don't need a second title.
Right.
Because your titles are supposed to be your pay-per-view matches. Now, unless you're doing like what Seth Rollins did at Night of Champions and you're taking on John Cena for the U.S. title, then taking on Sting for the second title, okay, then yeah, but I don't think Keith Lee's the right guy for it. I really don't.
I think they probably put in Keith Lee to have Cross come after him, and maybe Cross looks a little stronger against Keith Lee once he puts him down.
Did you get a chance to watch this match?
No.
But you saw this match. That fucking moonsault that Keith Lee did was horrible.
Really?
It was fun. I don't know, and I see him every single week. I don't know if he packed on a little, but he doesn't have that fluid motion of the fucking moonsault he used to have. It almost like he kind of fell backwards and quickly flipped himself around. It looked like he almost fucked it up. I thought he was going to land on his head. It wasn't that good. But,
the landing on Cole's looked a little rough too.
Yeah, I think it felt like it was full body weight just dropping on him. But there was a lot of cool moments in here. I mean, with Keith Lee being a bigger fucking dude, Cole kind of being a smaller guy, they made things work. It wasn't ridiculous moments where things didn't make sense. Keith Lee ran through the plexiglass barrier from the crowd, kind of downed him for a bit in the match, and then he had his moment where he kind of rose back up and picked up the win. But they all got their shit in. Fucking Adam Cole did the Canadian Destroyer to him, which was pretty cool. I mean, that flip was more impactful than the moonsault he tried to do on his own, but whatever. But all in all, I liked it. I think it was good. We got it's AEW next, right? All right, go ahead.
All right, Friday Fest.
So you're waiting on music. I think we got one more show before SmackDown.
I'm just watching.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait, let me see if I got any questions before. I don't want to make sure I miss anything. Oh, I do have one. Okay, real quick. So I think wrestling's missing a faction. I think they definitely need a faction.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking, what if they did a cartel faction with the Phantasmos, Garcia, and Zelina Vega leads the whole thing?
Ooh.
Right. Can you imagine that shit?
What's that? What was that show that was on USA with the female mobster?
I don't know.
That was good. I just can't remember.
This one I'm gonna wait to ask you about when you're done with AEW, and then the other one's for SmackDown. Okay, cool. I'm good.
All right, so Friday Fest Night 2, AEW. Open up with Private Party versus Omega and Page. It was a decent match. Private Party looked really good. They looked really strong. To me, the match that Omega and Page had with the Best Friends the week before was way better. Mm-hmm. Page and Omega ended up picking up the win. No surprise there. I think that they're not going to lose the titles until they actually start butting heads with each other and someone will come in. Joey Janela took on Lance Archer. We talked a couple weeks ago about Archer attacking Janela and Kiss. At one point in time, Joey Janela hit him with a senton. And then right after that, Kiss hit him with a 450 splash. But it wasn't enough to put Archer down. Archer ended up picking up the win. Taz comes to the ring, makes Brian Cage a new FTW champion. I don't know if you remember when he introduced that before.
I remember in ECW. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's the Fuck the World Championship.
Yeah, it was kind of like his way of being heavyweight champion because it was his heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
It's like Austin smoking skull belt and stuff like that, or the spinner belt before the spinner belt became like a long term thing. I don't get it. I think it would be more relatable to like the $1 million belt because it's not a recognized title. It's just some fancy way of showing you're important.
And Taz even made references like no organization recognizes this title, but the wrestling fans do. As far as promos go, this has probably been one of Taz's not so great ones. Yeah, it kind of fell flat for me.
But it's not the original FTR belt, right?
It's pretty close.
I'd have to look. I know I saw the picture of Brian Cage wearing the belt, and it seemed very TNT 24/7 looking title. It looked like, I think it was rounded, and I don't think the FTW belt was like that.
I didn't think it was rounded.
I'd have to double check. I saw it on fucking Wednesday. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean,
right, yeah.
This is hour 4 of podcasting for me today, so...
Next up, you had the 8-man tag team champs.
Tag champs.
8-man
Why
tag
not
team.
have a 4-person tag team title?
I'd like, right? That's what I miss about Lucha too, though. I'd love the trios champions.
Yeah, why not have like a faction championship?
Ooh.
Right? What do you think, Dally?
Why not go for it?
There we go.
FTR and the Young Bucks took on the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Bros. Mm-hmm. These are two of the top 4 tag teams in AEW. Again, I'm not thrilled about the Wannabe Rockers.
Yeah.
The Bucks.
Yeah.
But FTR to me has just been on point since they've come out of their WWE shell. Butcher and the Blade are pretty cool, and obviously I'm a big fan of Lucha Brothers.
Do you think it's weird how like I'm trying to remember like as far as Cody or the Young Bucks or even Kenny Omega, how they were in New Japan compared to how they are now? They're a little more kind of watered down. And I don't know if that's because of AEW or it's because they're executives in the business and they have to like be a certain way. I think in New Japan though that you're talking that's a whole different game. That's a rough organization. Yeah, so is it the United States television? Is it the US televised stuff? Is it the positions they have within the business? Is it a Kong thing? Tony Kong thing? I think it's probably the positions that they have, and it's probably safer about the way they go because they go about as hard as their bills. It's gotta be right. I mean, I know they're watered down. Yeah, it's just not the fucking same, and in New Japan, you also got to realize that these guys were heels for the most part. Yeah, the Bullet Club is a heel club. Yeah, well, they should be fucking... What are they called now? They're just called the Elite now, right? Yeah, dumb. Yeah. I agree. The Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Brothers end up picking up the win by a miscommunication between the Bucks. Again, this is probably one of the better matches of the night. Mm-hmm. Next up was Nyla Rose versus Kenzie and Kylan. Nyla won. Big surprise. They put her over like Nyla. Then in the match, she announces that she's going to have a new manager. So. That was Bull-Nakano or whatever. Bull-Nakano? Bull-Nakano. Why not? Every fucking manager is a legend now. It just makes sense, though. Is it weird that like every manager is like a fucking Hall of Famer? Yeah. Except for Taz, but we know that should happen. It should happen, but it won't. It won't. Like, aren't all their managers fucking 4 horsemen? Besides Jake, yeah. God damn it. But they're all WWE Hall of Famers and shit. God. Way to go, AEW. Fucking crush it. Ring of Honor wrestlers, New Japan wrestlers, WWE Hall of Famers, managers, and trainers and producers. That's right. Even fucking God's upset about it. That's right. You're not freaking out from the coffee amount you're drinking. That shit dimmed. Mate, that's a mega power surge. That was awesome. Next up, we had SCU take on the Dark Order and Colt Cabana. So it was all 3 members of SCU versus Keith Brody Lee, Colt Cabana. Brody Lee. And I forget the other guy's name, but he kind of looks like Ibar. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Once again, Lee makes other dude tag in Colt Cabana and give him the pin. And I love the Discus Lariat. I think that's one of my favorite finishers at this point in time. Yeah. I'm still not a big fan of Brody Lee. I like Luke Harper more.
Whoa.
See, God knows.
I like the Brody Lee character, but I do
You fix
agree
that.
with how his look should be.
Mm-hmm.
He should change his look a little bit. More darker clothes when he's not in wrestling gear. Yeah. Or it's either dark or white. You gotta go one or the other. Don't mix the two. Don't mix the colors. All black or all white.
Yeah. Let me explain to you something about this light. Okay. I host 2 very popular podcasts. I don't got time for that shit. That's why I got an intern started. Freakin' Studios got an intern starting next week.
Oh, really?
They'll deal with the light. Fuck yeah! Yeah! That's how fucking important we are. But no, Travis C doesn't deal with his own light bulbs anymore.
Okay.
Anyways, go on.
Tell Carl
He
to
just
say
had
hi.
yeah.
No, seriously, we got an intern starting next week. Yeah, seriously. It's a legit intern. You know that if you listen to this freaking show, which is also released every week. Part of Freakin' Studios.
Yeah, you're right. I probably would.
Mm-hmm.
After this match, there was a little thing with Big Swole and Britt Baker.
Yep.
I can't stand Britt Baker in the ring, awesome. Britt Baker's promos and shit like that, just I don't know, she irritates the fuck out of me. Yeah. Next up, we had Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. Definitely match of the night. Cassie proved that he could hang with the big dogs. Jericho ended up picking up the win. But it was a long, hard-fought victory.
With his spinning back elbow.
Yeah. Now, see, the rebooking, I'd have had Cassie go over Jericho.
Just with like a small package roll-up.
With the small package roll-up.
What is
Yeah.
with you in that today?
Because it's a great fucking finish to a match. Especially when you're going
it has to be spontaneous, though. You can't have a bunch of matches in that way. It would be predictable.
I just want one. Just give me one match where it's a fucking small package roll-up. Fucking, you know the only time it happens? Women's matches. Bailey did the fucking Nikki on Friday. We'll talk about that in a minute. And Asuka did the Bailey on Monday. Bailey's the only one who gets fucking rolled up small packaged. Or involved in it. Nuts. Anyways, go ahead and finish what you're saying.
So, like I said, that was the end of Cassie. And next week will be Brian Cage versus Moxley for the championship because of possible exposure to COVID for Moxley. Because of his wife.
Yeah, Renee. Hope you feel better. So it's hard to ask this question because neither of you watched the other show. But NXT did get better ratings this week than AEW.
That doesn't shock me.
Right? And it's like, I think it's been like 3 weeks straight now. But the one question I did want to ask, no, go ahead. Please. Yes! Fuck yes! Say something! Do it!
I love that you raised your hand.
God damn it. Yes!
I was going to say,
Tell it.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
I know, right?
Because
Don't
I'm
be-
nice like that.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Oh, like travesty?
Go ahead.
They'll be pulling that teeth.
Do you...
Guys, make sure you check out patreon.com. Patreon.com/JFW Podcast. Sign up for a tier. Get some amazing shout outs and stuff. Like our Patreon Becca. Go ahead.
Do you think when they put names like Great American Bash or like in your house, like you think that has anything to do with the ratings? Do you think people will tune in just because it has that?
I think it's a way to
label?
promote it. I think it's just a way to kind of like make it like bigger. When it's in your house, I think it's completely different. Just because in your house was a legit pay per view, it was a takeover. So I think that was just their subtitle to their pay per view. But yeah, I think when they say Great American Bash or even Fyter Fest, they're just doing it to say, hey, listen, if you're not watching NXT, if you're not watching AEW, you definitely need to watch it this week because this is what we're doing.
Wasn't Starrcade originally...
Starrcade was a Wednesday thing too.
Was originally a pay-per-view event, but not a pay-per-view.
It was on Wednesday. Yeah, it was a Wednesday night thing. Which a lot of people are like, oh, the only reason fucking NXT is doing Great American Bash on a Wednesday 2-parter is because fucking AEW. They did it first with fucking Starrcade.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Yes.
I miss back in the older, like, not like olden days, but like when
You're
I was
like,
little,
you're in your early 20s,
when I
right?
was little,
Just
yeah,
checking.
when I was little, when they actually went
It's
to
like
like
5 years
bases
ago,
and
little,
wrestled
gotcha.
for like the military and stuff.
Yeah.
I loved when they did that.
Well,
I mean,
they
I
do
understand
that-
why they
do
can't
that
do
for
that this
Christmas.
year.
Yeah, they do still
Is
does that.
it? They
Yeah,
do?
WWE still does it for Christmas.
Yeah, but they...
Is it televised?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they used to go overseas. Now they do a
Yeah,
local,
they don't go
basis.
overseas
They don't go
too much
overseas
anymore.
Yeah.
I think they stopped doing that.
Too much hate.
I thought that was the Great American Bash for some reason.
No,
The salute to the troops.
So that's tribute to the troops. Never mind.
Yeah.
Discard what I said.
But hey, Great American Bash wouldn't be a bad military base support fucking.
No, that'd be actually excellent. That'd be perfect.
Great American Bash? Yeah, what? Good job, Dally.
Sorry, I fucked that up.
It's okay. I've been used to it for 3 years with Jay. Alright, I'm just going to run through SmackDown here real quick because I do want to get to this unboxing. Miz TV had Jeff Hardy as a guest. Obviously, they were mocking Jeff Hardy and like his whole alcohol abuse and stuff like that. Fucking Miz jokingly told Jeff Hardy, like, you need to face Sheamus in a bar fight. Well, fucking Jeff Hardy agreed to it, so I guess the Extreme Rules is going to be a bar fight. Jeff Hardy challenged the Miz to a match. Jeff Hardy rolled the Miz up in a distraction by Sheamus to pick up the win.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think...
I think roll-ups are amazing finishers to matches.
I got you there.
I also think it's okay to go with
But do you think they're going to waterboard each other with Jameson?
God, I hope so.
That'd be awesome. And then SCW should be like, you stole that.
Yeah. Well, WWE steals a lot of shit from us.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and say how the match ends? We'll see if it happens that way.
Jeff Hardy gets waterboarded, turns into Willow.
I'm going to guess Twist of Fate through pool table.
Twist of Fate through pool table. Yes. Bro kick through a window.
Ooh. Nice. Sheamus slides Jeff Hardy across the bar top through glass.
That's going to happen.
Well, now it is. I also booked...
Pull Q to the back.
Yeah. Here's one for you. I did the live pod bean earlier today.
Yeah.
And I had Hunter Payne, Ivan Manson, and Austin Roberts. Austin Roberts, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm not saying it backwards like Robert Austin. Austin Roberts on at the same time. We were talking about like old Windy City and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was telling Austin, he's like, hey, you need to come back to SCW when they get it back up. And Ivan even mentioned that Austin owes him a one-on-one match. How cool would a fatal four-way for the SCW Championship be? Max Holiday, Hunter Payne, Austin Roberts, Ivan Manson. Fatal four-way.
That'd be dope.
Right? I was telling him, like...
Because SCW is awesome.
SCW is absolutely amazing.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
What's with you and your SCW propaganda?
What?
Yeah, who cares what anyone else says?
Yeah.
But, I mean, can you imagine, like, the first... Because I know there's speculation of the first match that there may be a show in August. It's just speculation, not sure if it's confirmed or not. But can you imagine the first pay-per-view back, that being the main event?
That would be. I saw SCW post something about they will be back in August.
August. Yeah. No specific date yet, though.
If only we had someone who worked for SCW that could tell us.
I just said there's no set date, but August.
Oh, so they don't tell you anything.
Don't mom voice us.
Jeez,
what the hell?
God, easy Sentinel. So, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss took on Sasha and Bayley in a tag team match. Bayley beat Nikki with a roll-up pin. God damn it. For some reason, SmackDown decided to replay the championship match between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman at the Money in the Bank ladder match. Big fucking deal. We all seen it.
Seriously, it's really getting annoying.
We'll go fix it then.
Do you want me to stay on the table and fix the light? Because I will. Right.
Good now? Are we done? Excellent. God, I don't have my pen anymore.
I would throw my pen, but I like it.
Following that, they had the karaoke fucking challenge between Tamina, Lacey, Naomi, and Dana Brooks.
I thought we were over stupid shit like this.
Yeah, you would think so. But no, not this time. Lacey Evans sang My Baby Tonight, the Double J song. Dana Brooks sang Honky Tonk Man.
Oh,
Tamina sang Time to Play the Game, the Triple H theme song. And Naomi went with American Dream by Dusty Rhodes. It was hosted by Jey Uso. Naomi won.
Of course.
Which turned into a brawl between Naomi and Lacey Evans, which lasted about 2 minutes before the other two contestants interfered in the match. AJ Styles mentioned that there's no big challenges here at SmackDown for him to face for his Intercontinental title. It was announced that he's defending the title against Riddle next week. Main event was New Day versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. It came to a no contest when they all started brawling in the ring, and the referee's like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm ringing the bell. Cesaro ended up putting both competitors through a table to close out the show.
Nice. Can you talk a little bit faster next time?
SmackDown was boring as fuck. And I had word from one of our hosts that they had places to go and people to see. So I didn't want to keep it too long. Jay, why don't you grab that box, bro?
Box.
Guys, I told you in the video last night. It's on our Facebook page again. This freaking show. Phoenix Pro Wrestling sent us some awesome stuff, and there's one thing in there that's definitely ours. We're keeping it. There's some other things in there. Don't unbox it yet, man.
I'm just taking the stuff out of the other stuff.
God damn it!
The stuff out of the stuff.
Will you fucking yell at him?
I'm not yelling at him. He's not doing anything. That's your shit.
There's something in there that we're definitely keeping. I know it's in there, but he also, Paul from PPW, a shout out to you. Thank you so much for sending us this one. There's some stuff in there that we're actually going to give away to some of our fans. We'll figure out how we want to do that and how to go about getting that out to you guys for the winners when we figure out what the contest is going to be. I'm excited to go through that. He did want me to mention, which I have no problem doing it, PPW and SCW, no relation to SCW down here and SCW up north, are doing a cross-brand show in September. It's going to be September 26th. It's going to be in West Bend, Wisconsin. It's featuring a 6-on-6 SCW versus PPW match. Genius! So, more information on that to come. When we get a match card, we'll talk about it and everything like that.
Don't get confusing. The SCW.
Well, let me figure out what that SCW stands for.
Okay.
Then we'll go from there. Okay. Maybe it could be Sasquatch Championship Wrestling.
Saturday Championship Wrestling?
Right. So
I like the look.
Yeah. So again, shout out to Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Thank you for sending this merch, guys. Make sure you follow them on social media at Facebook, Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Check out their upcoming shows again. September 26th, they do got a show coming up. Paul, send me a match card when it happens. Okay. Go ahead, Jay. This is your time to shine.
All right. I love goodie bags. We got some Phoenix Pro stickers. These are pretty nice.
Yeah. Dale, you can have one of them.
Oh, man.
Should I stick it on my notebook?
Fuck yeah. Nice. Now, we all know Dizzle J. He's one of these. Beer koozie. Or I guess a can koozie.
It's just a koozie. Doesn't have to be a beer koozie.
It's a beer koozie. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Okay. Another beer koozie.
Yeah, give me the black one.
What do we got here? Oh, wow. Yeah. You know what this is?
I want to say it's a shot glass, but there's probably more to it.
This is a Jaeger bomb glass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you put the shit down there and you put the Jaeger up there. It's kind of hard to do. I seen them do it at Dave & Buster's, but that's pretty neat. That or it's a candle holder.
Yeah, depends from what kind of alcohol you.
Since Dizzle's kind of a drunk, we're gonna go with the Jaeger bomber.
Yeah, why don't you put that up front there?
Got a couple of these.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, there's more of them. Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the big thing?
This is the big thing.
Yes, I'm happy for this one.
Yeah. Okay. Phoenix Pro hard hat. So probably should put it out here. You ain't got no hat.
Yeah, give me my helmet.
There's something in the... Oh.
It's called the harness.
I'm excited for this. I
think the hard hat's cool.
Yeah, he had another one. He had a beer can one. But I didn't want you to be distracted, so...
Yeah, we know.
But no, it's cool. I
like it.
When he told me about this, I thought it was really cool, so... It's something that we could now display on our table going forward.
Oh, that's awesome,
man!
So some of the stuff we won't give away.
We got something to SCW now.
I think we'll go ahead and we'll give away the Jaeger bomb shot glasses. We could get rid of some of the
stickers.
Give some stickers away. I know there's other merch around here that we gotta look at that we're gonna give away.
Oh yeah, we have the wristbands and
So. We'll have a giveaway for this stuff up here shortly. We just got to figure out how exactly we want to do it. And then when we do, we'll figure it out. And then the winners will receive some awesome merch from Phoenix Pro Wrestling. So, again, shout out to PPW. All right, Jay, what's your pick of the week?
Pick of the week? I wasn't sure if I did this one before, but it came up, and it was one of my favorite matches from AEW, and that was the... Moxley versus Omega Lights Out match.
Okay.
Which, if you hadn't seen, is probably one of the best hardcore matches I've seen in a long time.
I watched it when it was your pick of the week a couple months ago.
Yeah. Oh, so it was. Memory not so great, man.
It's fine. It's still good.
It's all good.
It's all legal now, so it's okay.
Gotcha. All right, Dally, holy shit moment of the week.
Keith Lee, double champion.
Gotcha. Jay?
Same.
Cool. I went with NXT's higher ratings over AEW.
Nice.
Jay, who gives a shit this week?
Britt Baker.
Dally?
Kairi Sane and Asuka getting another tag title shot.
Awesome. I went with Keith Lee.
Yeah.
I'm not a dual champion guy. Nothing against Keith Lee. Awesome competitor. I'm just not a dual championship guy. We talked about that.
So wait. You're upset that they're getting another championship. How many shots have Charlotte had?
All right.
You know what?
Oh.
22-time champion.
Mm.
You know, if I'm being honest, I could care less for Sasha and Bailey or Asuka and Kairi Sane, so...
And Charlotte.
No, I love Charlotte.
Guys, again, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching JFW or Just Freakin' Wrestling. You can find our show every single week on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean, just by searching JFW Podcast or Just Freakin' Wrestling. To all you Android users out there, if you guys are using the Google Play app to listen to podcasts, Google has created their own podcast app now. You're going to have to search it under your Android store, Google Podcast. Our podcast is now released on there. So when you want to find them on your Android app, that's where you're going to find them. But again, you can sign up on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. We are doing SCW roundtables every single month. I have been requested to keep those going forward, even with the Southland Talk post-show podcast, live pod streams that we're going to do. They also want roundtables to stick around. So we got a lot of cool things we're going to do, especially when it comes to Southland Championship Wrestling, and actually some Windy City stuff too coming up. The history about that. And you'll learn all about that in the roundtable I did today. That's going to be released over the next 3 weeks as additional content for you guys to listen to if you didn't have a chance to be there. So a lot of cool stuff happening, and a lot of changes are going to happen here at JFW in the coming months. We do change a lot as we move forward, but as in wrestling, you got to change with the time. So, oh, God. Plugged Audible, plugged Ball Wash, plugged the Patreon, plugged TeePublic, did social media, did the platforms. We did the unboxing. We did our results. You guys got anything to add?
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
I was asking if you had anything to add. No, that's all I
fucker.
got. Do you have anything to add?
Nah.
Dally, you good?
I'm good.
Cool, that's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
I'm Dally.
And thank you for listening to our episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.